Hello, everyone. Today we have Mrs. Gita Rani Bhattacharya with us. She is the former director and state program coordinator of Assam Mahila Samakha Society. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, we would like you to tell about your work in the field of gender studies and the developmental studies.
Thank you very much. As you have mentioned, I have a long association with Mahila Samakha program of Assam. And after that, since 2020 onwards, I have been working as a freelancer with the different organization working in the similar line. Having said that, as you have asked about my work, uh, basically my area of interest is the mobilization of women, of basically grassroots women, and building institution of institution of rural women to carry on this women's movement from the grassroots to the at the different level.
Okay. Raising the level of women in
That
society
is,
also.
yes, basically, yeah, basically, uh, we know that our situation is that at the grassroots level, uh, there's very limited organization and limited platform for women to raise their voice, to come together, to reflect on their situation and all. So that is somehow it become my priority, or maybe my expertise also developed in that line. So I have been associating to strengthening grassroots women organization. Also, I have been associated with the mobilization of adolescent girls, basically to develop the second line leadership, the women's movement from the grassroots level to onwards. And in this context, we are coming across lots of issues which root cause is the gender discrimination and our patriarchal norms and practices of our society, which is very much I think it's common most of the area of our country,
Yes, ma'am.
region of the our country, the gender based violence and other developmental issues are also there, from where the women are being deprived from their rights and entitlement. So we're trying to uh, empower women through the platform where women can raise their voice to avail their rights and entitlement, also can fight against the violence against women, gender-based violence against women.
Ma'am, and how did you was there a point, how did you find a way to just take the charge from the grassroots level? Because that is where it is neglected. Even many organizations, they don't, they want to empower, but they don't want to go to that grassroots level because it takes a lot of work to uplift women from that level. So you have worked specifically in that area and have identified that grassroots level is that thing. So from starting only, you are working to uplift women from the grassroots level, or you were later on in life you realize that this should be the area.
No, exactly not that, because I am fortunate to to get opportunity to involve in the program like Mahila Samaika. Basically, it was a Government of India program under Education Department, and this is the main. Actually, it was formulated, or it has come up in the 1986 new education policy. I just want to narrate the or how it come into
Yeah.
force. In the new education policy, it has been seen that the different expert has been observed. They have observed that uh, lots of infrastructure already have been developed for both. Commonly, it has been developed for education, upliftment of education at a different level. But participation of women, participation of girls is remain very limited. Although the infrastructure were open to all, but it was very limited participation of women and girls. So that way, actually, then it was been realized that if a kind of program, because that way it was been that not only through the infrastructure or institution we can break the barrier of girls to the way to come to the school from the home. Actually, in
Yeah.
between all the social norms and customs and practice actually block the path for girls. So that way, the program has been designed to mobilize women at the grassroots level, discuss to discuss as well as to come up with uh, to initiate the empowerment process at the grassroots level for their own development as well as to uh, conducive educational environment for girls. Because if the mother will get the space and involved into the sorry empowerment process, then definitely and that our city and through this process they come to it was their realization that mm, uh, due to those situation those um, norms and practices education make us educated or to and consequently we lost lots of opportunity for to the opportunity, so they become determined that way the path for the upcoming generation will open that education that program. So that way actually mm, as I got the opportunity to associate with that program,
Yeah.
so my involvement continued like
So most of the time you
that.
have actually worked on field, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
so you have
yes,
gained more of
yes,
the
yes,
practical
yes.
awareness than the theoretical one.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, because because all at the grassroots level, then you can't go with a fixed agenda or fixed target or fixed structure to work with them. You we and have been going to the village with an open mind. We always listen to them what they want, and based on
Yeah.
that the program design, and that way we are facilitating the fight against
Yeah.
the odds which are coming in front of women.
Yes, ma'am. So you have, and we have seen the lives of women at the grassroots level, and you know that
Yes.
equality is not existing. It's actually gender inequality, and it is increasing with different scenarios. And we at Climate Fact
Yeah.
Checks, when we focus on climate change impacts are everywhere due to so many things, due to human activities and everything, understanding that how women are suffering more because of this climate change. And this issue is actually deepening the gender inequality over there. So, ma'am, you have
Yeah,
also
yeah, yeah, of course.
so we wanted to know like is gender inequality actually deepening, or are the differences increasing because climate change is there and men and women have different roles to play?
You in between you could phrase.
Okay. Ma'am, how does this climate change it impact men and women differently, and how is it increasing the differences between the two?
See, as I already mentioned, the our society is a patriarchal society where women always possess the denial position of in the society. Many times their workload is much more than the male folk. But even though it is there is if you see their health and nutrition level, if you see their education level, if you go for other participation in political activities, participation in other social forum, everywhere the woman's position is always, it is in the denial position, and all these denial position bring down the woman's state always in the disparities there. So as we are, as this situation is, as the situation of our society is like that, so as the climate change has created whatever the implications or impacts, or the one way the situation has arise, everywhere the women will, already women are in a vulnerable situation further with this impact, because already because if you see that, say, climate change, due to the climate change is, if we in general, if you see the climate change, the productivity of agricultural land has goes down. Similarly, the natural resource, what is the natural resource, edible, these herbs and all, that's are also getting,
Yes.
it goes down like that situation. See, normally what happens, uh, in the lower strata of the society, women are mainly based, they depends on the natural resource. Secondly, they are mostly agricultural labor. If the agriculture to spare, if there is a crisis comes, direct, first of all, it will go to the whole family, the effects will go to the whole family, but most mostly women will be,
Yeah. Impacted more.
yeah, because there will be a livelihood loss.
Yeah.
As the primary livelihood will get lost or reduce the scope to lead the this survive on the maybe maybe it is not sufficient now, for them now. Now they have to go, they also have to adopt some other lively, they have to go for the other livelihood.
You were talking about the different roles they have now and how climate change, because of climate change, the migration thing you were saying, that men are moving out and then also
uh,
women have to look.
Actually, as you have said, as you asked me how I get involved into this kind of work at the grassroots level, actually, it was my fortunate to I able to get involved into the program, Mahila Samata program. I joined it as my become my passionate to work with the women with the at the grassroots level, and this the program itself is meant for the rural women empowerment. And basically this it was the purpose, or it was the objective of this program, that if through women empowerment, the girls education can be the improve the situation of for the girls, for to get involved into the education process, because without empowerment of women, well, what happened normally, the what are the manifesto, what are the norms, what are the practice under the patriarchal society is meant for women, that is carries on generation after generation. If mothers able to raise the voice, able to understand the reality, how we are, it's a socially designed
Yeah.
after under the patriarchal values, make us which make us deprived from the different, but from the equal status or equal respect or equal position in the society. When as mother will come to know, and mother will um, be as confident, as empowered to articulate or speak
Yeah,
on that issue, then obviously the situation of girls, upcoming generation of women or girls will be conducive to access to the education. So it was the objective of the process of institutional building, girls, women process of institutional building of rural women has been started. That
yes,
is
ma'am.
the, yeah, that was the background how I get into this process. And as I told that I started my career with, it's a simple, after completion of education, everybody look for a job. That way I get involved. But my job was, it's a, it's make me passionate to
Yeah,
continue with this field.
yes, ma'am. And that
Yeah,
is where you have actually worked on the grassroots level. You have seen how what is the condition of women over there, what challenges are they facing, and you have worked in that area. And your practical knowledge, your experiences would definitely help our viewers because climate change, see, is directly impacting everyone right now. And it is
yeah,
also evident that climate change, all the impacts it has, is actually deepening gender inequality and
yes,
differences. So,
yeah.
ma'am, what do you think? Like, how are the challenges which women were facing in life has now increased due to climate change?
Yeah,
Because so many things we are seeing, extreme weather events, rainfall,
yeah,
disturbed climate. Now, women are facing more gender
yeah,
equality.
yeah. Actually, you have rightly mentioned. Say, whenever any crisis comes up in a society or in a locality, group is women and children.
Yeah, ma'am, you
And
said
here
whenever
also,
any crisis comes in society, then.
society, any kind of, now I'm not talking about starting with the climate change, but any
Anything.
crisis,
Yeah.
any ethnic conflict, or any war, or any situation come up, critical situation come up, or crisis, crisis come, then always the women and children are more vulnerable. Here, the the climate change is also there is whatever the impact, all of we know, but this impact cannot be gender neutral.
Yeah.
It cannot be gender neutral.
Yeah.
One way the climate, it's a natural. Why it will deepen the woman issue, woman situation, is women will be more affected because of already existing inequality, amplify the woman's
Condition. Yeah.
condition due to the climate change.
Exactly.
If you see that the agriculture, the mostly in the low or lower, basically, um, in the lower strata of the society, the women from that group, mostly what how they have two, one is mostly they are depends on the natural resource,
Hmm.
and secondly they are to mean that they are the mostly agriculture labor. If agriculture get affected, their livelihood, the crisis comes to their livelihood.
Yeah.
Again, due to the climate change, water crisis,
Yeah.
there
Shortage
is
of
water
water.
crisis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What?
uh, and women who are primarily women are the responsible for what? For food, water, and firewood, like that. These are it's traditionally they are the primary uh, the
Gather
that
up all these
those are
things.
the primary role of women.
Yeah.
So if there is food crisis, then what will happen? Normally, as she is the giver, she has the responsibility the other to feed the other member of family. Who is she giving herself the priority on in that way? She always try to whatever they have whatever they have she try to satisfy their other members. Then she will that whole process she will be the loser. Similarly, uh, if for water earlier, if she has to go for half a kilometer to collect or fetching the water, now she may go for kilometers after kilometers to fetch the water. So that way, the time as well as physical labor increases, and that also again have her that again will impact on her health, not
Yeah.
only
Very
physical,
stressful.
mental stress, definitely. And again there is possibility, and there it happen also, because as soon as the mother's responsibility, mother facing the crisis in terms of time, in terms of workload, in terms of any other economic reason, now who are the first to stop from going to school?
Yeah. Women.
Daughter.
Yeah.
Mother will stop, not the mother will not stop son, mother will stop her
Daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
So it impacts again, it's goes to the impact goes to
Women. Yeah. That's
daughter also.
gender-based discrimination comes
Yeah,
into play.
lots of these are the actually consequence. So as from your question, I want to say that the implications what happened through the climate change impacts women severely, due to the already existence of unequal position in society.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because climate change cannot like every other crisis, climate change also impact of climate change also cannot be the gender neutral.
Yeah. It's
So
not gender neutral. And also
yeah.
existing, when we are talking about the existing scenario of women, we also know that in
Mm.
many scenario, the decision-making power of women is not as equal as that of men. So whenever it comes to
Yes.
take decision related to climate change adaptation, be it in farmers, be it
Yes.
in farmlands, forest, wherever, when they're
Mm.
affecting because of these weather events, temperature rise, sea rise, whatever, women are not taking decisions as frequently and they're not given the chance to. Have you experienced that thing, or do you believe that yes, women are not given the
Mm.
opportunity to make such decisions?
Yes, it's very true, because see, the already in the decision making, women are not mostly in the decision making process
Yeah,
already. And here, when this crisis has been started and has been started to strategize or making plan to how to mitigate with this crisis, then definitely lots of uh, activities or lots of meetings, lots of discussion happen at the different level, not at the grassroots. At the grassroots level also there are lots of discussion are happening, but thing is that mostly in those discussion women's participation are very very limited.
Yeah.
Experience women who also can give a very authentic women, the very authentic testimony to describe the all the changes about all about the changes happening, because it is, see, there is there is some contradicting things. If you say see the mostly the committee or group for the discussion has been formed by the different agencies. It is not that they are not they are not considering women.
Yeah.
There is a member, say one third women should be participated or participate, but thing is that the tradition way it has been, the society is
The
being,
patriarchy. Yeah.
yes, so although they are coming, they are mostly passive
Yeah.
in those discussions. So I myself I have I what to say, the many meetings when it the meeting happen with both men and women, they always तो बुजुर्ग है, बुजुर्ग और विलेज हेड है, वो लोग ये है, वो लोग उन लोगों ने बोल दिया तो ठीक है, वही है, हम लोग का भी वही है, because all the members of most of the members of the village, they have somehow somewhere they are relatives,
Yeah.
because that dynamics also work in the family dynamics, also work in a public place also.
Yeah.
So that way in the family level, as the woman doesn't have space to speak, space to take part in decision making. So in when it comes to the public sphere also, if you see in numbers the women are taking part of those discussion, but they are not active.
Yeah.
So that way there, so that way actually uh, the, maybe that was that care has to be taken, that the woman has to give a free space to speak about
Yes, ma'am.
to
And
what are their what yeah, always the means what to say, always the equality and equity means you have to give a conducive it's equality as if we say that we invited men and women equally to the field, but that equality may not work if we can't give give the, if we not consider their historically what is their situation, how
yeah.
they can, how, what are the problems with them to speak openly or take active role in whole the process. So it is not that women are not mm, uh, uh, the women are not able to articulate, or they have demand they are very much there, but only thing is that so that's why in real sense, in real sense actually a coherence have to be evolved, where in real sense women can take part.
Yeah.
So that these are the
And ma'am,
thing.
actually, when we
Mm,
see that women are the one which are being affected due to,
mm,
let's take an example of extreme weather events. Floods are there, unusual floods, unusual droughts. Women are the one who are actually suffering, and they are
yes,
not given chance to take the decision. The
yes,
one who is not
yes.
suffering is taking the decisions for them.
Mm.
That is also a very injustice with them.
Once I I just want to quote. I do not remember the name of that lady. She said that in agriculture field in Norway, we do everything. Only men only duty is only to plowing land. Rest of the things we are doing, but even though, but we do have the uh, power to take decision what kind of rice, what variety we will plant there,
Yeah.
what crop we are going to because they also have understanding that so this situation, this variety may be good, may be better for us. This is even though she has the understanding, but but that decision making power, she doesn't have that decision making power. The man on man, if man got and also the understanding with the whatever the woman said it is true, then only it will work. Otherwise she can't take decision in her own that what variety we will go uh, for
Yeah.
cropping and all. So this similarly say uh, if we go for animal husbandry, due to animal husbandry, the every step of this every work, every activities related to animal husbandry is been doing by women. But when the situation come to shell it out
Yeah.
to then that decision she can take this she can take decision that um, to sell it, but that decision and also the money which will come after selling the livestock will go to the man's pocket only.
Yeah, they don't even let women to handle the finances.
So yes, and only sometimes only the thing is that see if a community rearing pig as well as there is they also this duckery or or kind of broiler farms like that, then what happened that the woman can somehow come somehow be sold out this duck or chicken because it's a low price, but she never ever can go to sell the pig
Yeah.
because there is more money. So these are the discrepancies. All these discrimination um, mm, as very every the most of the village economy is being depends on the women's labor and services, but it's no she doesn't have the control. So as she doesn't have the control, so any in the at the time of crisis, because at the time also she can't take any decision to go for any alternative, go for any to she can't have that situation and position to take so alternative decision and all. So
Yes,
these are
ma'am,
the
definitely. Yeah, ma'am. So like, we have seen what challenges, how the challenges women are facing are deepening because of these already existing scenarios were
yeah,
there, and now climate change is also deepening it, and they are
yeah.
not even given the right to decision making,
Mm.
and that is also again degrading their position in the society and whatever problems they are facing
Yeah.
right now. So these things need to be highlighted
Yes, yes.
if actually from the grassroots level the condition of women is to be like for the betterment of women. These things have to be considered.
Yeah,
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 definitely, ma'am.
yeah,
Thank you so much for all these valuable points and these things to make a note of, which should be like
yeah,
if we want to actually solve this problem, what women are facing, if we see this year's theme is inspire inclusion. If we actually want to include women in everything, then we have to look at the challenges which they are
mm,
facing and should work to improve them, their condition.
yeah,
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time.
yeah. It does too. And yeah, just yeah. Actually, this more important thing is that proper communication.
Yes,
Gender responsive communication has to develop. Gender responsive this strategic planning process, and it is very important because it is sometimes in the training just one, I think it's over, but just sometimes what happened, there's some meeting calls, but due to the responsibility of the family, children as well as elderly people, the woman cannot come to a far place. So to get the participation, we have to ensure that those things will be, the discussion can take place where women participate freely.
yeah.
So thank you. Additionally, I told just it is
No, ma'am.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being a part of this session. And definitely, our viewers will learn a lot from this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.